Everybody, it's good to be back again this year. I can't believe it's been a year. It seems like it was just yesterday. And first, I want to congratulate Christoph for taking on the new chair role of Greater MSP. Greater MSP is just a real gem for this region, and I'm just thrilled to see count on Christoph's leadership to take us forward, and I'm sure he'll build on the great work that's been before him here. And on that note, I also want to thank Leisha and Tim for their service to Greater MSP over the years, and in the case of Tim, several years as one of the founding fathers of this organization. So it's people like them is why we're here today and why we're here tonight. Like I said, and as Ravi was saying, last year on the stage, I did put a what if kind of statement. I love the video that was shown earlier that talks about, it's not about what if anymore, it's about what's next, and this is an example of that. So last year, I had a statement of what if we took the strength that we have in this region, in technology and healthcare and MedTech, the MedTech industry, both companies large and small, 75 years old like Medtronic, or 75 days old like a number of the startups we have here. And we connected that ecosystem tighter and put some more intentionality behind it. What could we do? And I'm here tonight to say that is becoming a reality. And now we're talking about what's next. So in 2023, so over the course of last year, Greater MSP brought together a dream team from Minnesota of leaders from, it says Medtronic on here. I'm not sure I put myself on a dream team, but Medtronic. These other people, though, I would put on a dream team. Health Partners, Alleyne, the University of Minnesota, Medica, the Mayo Clinic, Medical Alley, McKinsey, and many, many others. Some of the names you may not know, but have deep expertise in whether it be technology or healthcare delivery or health insurance, or it's just in MedTech itself. So just a real great group of people. And this task force was led by the Itasca Project. We created a strategy called, as you've heard, MedTech 3.0. It's really designed, and I'll give a little bit more detail, but speed innovation, lower cost, obviously improve patient outcomes, and throughout all this, put equity at the center, because equity is an issue in our society, and it's an issue in healthcare that we need to attack. We're going to do that by integrating cutting-edge technologies, AI, data, collecting new and deeper, collecting this data and organizing it in new and deeper ways than we've done before, and combining it with other advancements in technology like biomedical engineering. And this puts the industry at an inflection point and gives us an opportunity here to do really special things for patients, not just in this region, but around the world, and really create a vibrant healthcare ecosystem that also will continue to drive the economy here. This is going to be good for all organizations, and I believe it's going to be game-changing for Minnesota's, not only our economy, but our communities and our residents who are going to benefit from this. Our plan, MedTech 3.0, is our plan to continue our community's leadership in the MedTech industry. Look, we want our region, put simply, people know that Minnesota is, if not a MedTech hub, leading MedTech hub around the world. We want to be, beyond a shadow of a doubt, the undisputed MedTech hub globally. We're going to build strength on top of strength, and we're going to drive patient outcomes, not just here, but around the world. And like I said, build on our economy and brand this around Minnesota and all the great companies and the collaboration you heard about between these organizations, whether it be universities or nonprofits or for-profit organizations and government. And really, like I said, build strength on top of strength here. So this national competition, that's why when the federal government announced a competition last summer to designate a set of American tech hubs across the country here, we put our MedTech 3.0 idea to the test. We jumped on this opportunity. And the competition is about building up specific metros to be global leaders and innovators in technologies critical to America's future, in terms of our national and our economic security. And applying for this wasn't easy. It took over 1,000 hours from dozens of organizations led by Greater MSP, who was really our convener throughout this and just did a great job. And so in October, no other than the President of the United States announced that our application won. We got the designation to be MedTech.
Yeah, and I can tell you, it was the dream team that Geoff talked about. You know, when our region was designated as America's official tech hub for medical technology, super proud. That's, for those of you who aren't part of the competition, that's like receiving a flag from the United States that you can plant right here and say that we're America's official MedTech hub. Nobody else has that. So why did we win this federal competition? Well, we won because we had one of America's best ideas. That's the convergence of various technical capabilities to significantly impact our collective societal need for health. Right? We also won because we are ready to build from a long lineage of prior success in many of the subdisciplines needed to take this off. We also won because we created a compelling and shared vision of what an innovation ecosystem should look like. Finally, we won because we had the strong backing of federal and state leaders, along with industry leaders such as yourselves. Now, the University of Minnesota is all in with Geoff and the rest of the folks in the MedTech 3.0 team. I can't stress that enough. Because along with the right team, I can say unequivocally, this is the right time at the university for this type of initiative. MedTech 3.0 sits at the nexus of several key initiatives that we already have underway. A strong growth in data science, AI, and computer science across the whole university. And Geoff mentioned that. Within the College of Science and Engineering that I'm responsible for, there is a focus on the convergence of health and medicine along with technology. Another thing that makes this so timely is our startup culture. The University of Minnesota pushes out about 20 to 25 startups each year, every year. And health and technology tend to lead the way in the startup creation. Finally, there's major increases in student enrollment planned to meet the industrial demands in these technology areas. So we, at the university, are all in and convinced that this MedTech 3.0 initiative is a path to equitable economic opportunity for Minnesota, along with improved healthcare outcomes. As big a deal as MedTech 3.0 is, I have to say it's just one of the advanced technology areas that the university is working on with the greater MSP, and I stress partnership. We're also focused on semiconductors as part of the Minnesota CHIPS Coalition, regenerative agriculture in Embold and the Sustainable Aviation Fuel Hub, which you will hear about in just a little bit. Working with them on biomanufacturing, bioplastics, and many, many others.
So look, you know, well said. And just think about this. We've got, whether it be the University of Minnesota, which is so important to this region. I you know, moving in 12 years ago from, you know, other parts of the country, I didn't realize how important it is to have a big academic research university so close to a metropolitan like Minneapolis-St. Paul, and how important it is to our region. So you've got all the skills from engineering, business, et cetera, from the university. You've got all these leading health systems. You've got large payers in the area, health insurance companies. You've got MedTech companies, big and small. You know, what we're trying to do is connect that ecosystem with more intentionality. So just imagine if you're an engineer at a big company like Medtronic that has allocated part of their time to help startups because that they couldn't maybe afford to hire or weren't ready to hire a material science expert, or they could use the University of Minnesota's world's leading imaging lab that they have, which you guys probably don't even know about. We have a 10 Tesla MRI at the University of Minnesota. So it's creating that connectivity here. And so what's next? You know, where do we stand? We've got I think a well thought through offer here that we've obviously got the federal government excited about, the Department of Commerce who gave us this hub. So, but, because we're designated now, we got to monetize this, okay? This qualifies us to compete for the second round of the tech hubs. We're competing for the real money. In this next round, about $50 million of funds will be allocated out of a $500 million federal allocation. So there's more to come if we're successful here and we meet what the expectations are around, helping, developing new technologies and therapies and products, helping patients, driving equity, and driving the economy here in the region. So the competition is intense. Right now, we have over 150 individuals working on our application, all aligned around a win for Minnesota. I heard Tim say earlier, people are putting their company stripes behind them and their personal biases and really listening and really focusing on and learning together and focusing on what's right for the region and what it's going to take to win. We really like our chances, but win or lose, we're going to make this a reality. We have something here that we believe is scalable and sustainable and super valuable. And whether we win or lose here, although I do like our chances, we'll figure out other ways to get the funding to move this forward. So, by working together, we're going to strengthen the region's global reach and take this whole thing to another level. Like I said, we have strength in this area. We're building strength on strength, and I couldn't be more excited, and I want to thank all of you that rallied around this idea last year. I got so many people reaching out to me after this discussion we had last year, and here we are. Made so much progress in a year. I just want to thank you for that, and the best is yet to come. So thank you so much.
Thank you.